Today is the day that you realize how much your specific person actually loves you. And using this information, you're going to be able to manifest whatever you want instantaneously. And yes, I mean literally instantly. I don't mean that you have to wait a year, that you have to wait a month, that you have to wait a week, or even a day. If you can understand this basic idea, you're going to realize and open up a realm of possibilities that you might have never even known to exist. And the reason I'm actually making this video is because today I had a really cool success story after a coaching call, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. But I just wanted to showcase or show and make this quick video just to tell you that what you feel is possible to you right here and right now may be the only thing limiting you, because what is possible for you right now is literally unlimited. It's literally infinite. And I keep saying literally because it's true. Your divine self and your higher state have no problem with bringing anything to you right now. So if you want that text, you want that date, you want marriage, you want anything, even though it sounds crazy to think that within 24 hours from now, you could be married to your specific person, who is saying that that can't happen, right? There's always this possibility that I know for a fact you know about. And your higher self, think of God, asking God this question: could I be married to my specific person in 24 hours? And they would say, of course. What do you mean? Are you doubting my power, right? It would almost be offensive to think that this couldn't happen, because your reality or your God self, God, higher self, whatever you want to call it, rewards you with not what you want, but your state of being that you are. And so then you might also be stating or asking, okay, so I get that I have this unlimited possibility and unlimited ability within my mind right now. How do I actually make that happen? And how do I manifest it? And the answer is, we just need a deeper consciousness. And the metaphor I love about this that Neville Goddard uses is that to catch bigger fish, of course, you have to go into deeper water. If you constantly stay within shallow water, the fish that you can catch are only so big. But this is the same thing when it comes to your manifestation. If you want to manifest huge, amazing, magnificent things in a really quick amount of time, we just need to expand our consciousness. And this expansion is just what you believe to be possible. Most of the time, we feel restricted. We feel as if our 3D is working against us and we're reacting to it. That's us staying in the very shallow end of the pool or the lake or the ocean, however you want to imagine it. We're also remaining in the shallow end of the ocean if we are listening to other people in our reality tell us what is possible or what we can do, right? If you're listening to someone else around you who doesn't have the relationship that you want, tell you that it's not possible to be with your specific person, the answer is thus within the own question: why would you listen to someone who doesn't have the relationship that you want or isn't living the life that you want? Because we know our conditioned consciousness, so the state that you feel you are right now, is just an accumulation of your thoughts, your beliefs, and your actions, or basically your assumptions. And so if you were going to listen to someone else who's fishing in shallow water telling you this is the best place to fish and the only place to fish, and there's no other place to catch fish, you're only going to catch the fish that align with that specific individual. But if you listen to others who might have the relationship you want or have manifested their specific person, then those are the individuals out in deep waters. They understand that anything is possible. You can catch anything at any given time. What you can catch is then only in relation to how deep into the consciousness that you want to go. Because really, who is telling you that you can't do something? Of course, we have other people in our reality telling us that we can't, but who is really allowing yourself to believe that? And you would say your consciousness, right? Your state of being. That state of being is telling you if you agree with something or not. And if something someone says upsets you, then it means there's something within that that we believe to be true. But we know whenever you hear something limiting or negative, it feels bad because it simply is not true. And we only feel bad because we're believing it. And I will tell you, what you have the potential for in being and doing right here and right now is literally unlimited, whether or not you want to think about it. So whether you get a text or a call or a date or marriage in the next 24 hours, it has everything to do with your state of assumption and your state of being. Because again, whoever told you that you couldn't do that? Why? How come your specific person couldn't be thinking about you? Who says they aren't contemplating being with you right now, or just had a dream about you, or saw something that reminded them of you, or just thinking about you in general? There's a million ways in which we can open up the possibility to the outcome that we want that's only limited to our state of consciousness. So if you want something magnificent to happen, you just have to open up your level of abundance and thinking into the possibilities of how it can actually occur. Because the more we actually restrict the higher self, the bridge of events that could take us from where we are to where we want to go, that's the only reason as to way to go further into this consciousness, or in this metaphor, deeper out into waters. So what you can do right now to expand your consciousness, because again, you cannot see outside of the state that you're already in. So if you're in a state of thinking in lack or thinking that there is not a lot possible, you will not be able to see all the countless, infinite, millions and trillions of ways to your specific person asking you out after this video, tomorrow. I know time seemingly is something that affects us, but time doesn't exist in the way that you think it does. And so if we can remember that, then we can contemplate all the possible realities and outcomes of our specific person coming to us within whatever amount of time that you want, and realize that that outweighs any negative belief or any negative thought that we might be having. And so what I would say is take out a piece of paper and contemplate all the ways in which your specific person can fill in the blank with whatever goal you want. So let's say you want a text message right now. Maybe you can't believe in the full relationship or the full marriage, and you want a text message or a phone call. Write down and contemplate a million, not a million, you can't write a million on a piece of paper, but you can contemplate that within your mind. Write down at least 10 ways in which your specific person can reach out to you. Maybe they DM you on Instagram. Maybe they're reminded of you and they send you a text. Maybe they run into you. Maybe if you're in no contact or they don't even know who you are, maybe a friend reminds them about you or brings you up in a conversation. There's a million different ways in which this could happen. Even if you don't know your specific person at all, you could run into each other. You could drop something that they need to grab and give back to you. You could take inspiration from movies, right? There's a bunch of different ways in which this can occur. But as always, write that down on a piece of paper, physically write it down, or actually even better, you know what? Comment it in the comment section, because then what you comment will actually help others be inspired to all the countless possible ways in which they can receive exactly what they want, thus increasing the abundant thinking, thus moving out into a deeper consciousness or deeper waters so you can catch that huge fish. But here's the message I received after a coaching call today, which just was it's a small, if you will, success, which is a bridge of events taking you to where you want to go. But the speed at which it happened is the most important thing, and showing you that there is no limit to what you can do. So this is a message I received after a call, and they wrote, "Hi, Kyle," and then some personal information that I had to blur out. And they wrote, "After we got off, I happened to check my Instagram DMs. Last night I sent him a funny message and I saw that he hearted the messages. So immediately after the call, they checked their reality for proof of what they want, which normally you say not to do, but in the state saw that this happened with their specific person." And this isn't strange for manifestation if you are fishing in deeper waters, or you have a higher state of consciousness, not allowing things to limit you, because there is nothing limiting you except your state of being. So make sure to just contemplate all of the ways and reasons in which your specific person either reaches out to you, asks you out on a date, runs into you, thinks about you. Like, you could even contemplate all the things in your reality that might remind your specific person of you. That would have just as amazing of an effect. So as well as all of those things and contemplations of how your specific person is going to show up, make sure if you do have any questions on any of this to comment it down below. As well, if you wanted to send me a personal question or a personal message, a personal success that you didn't want to post publicly, make sure to head over to kyleaugustcoaching.com. That's where you can reach me personally. So as always, thank you so much for hitting that like button. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I can't wait to see you in my next video tomorrow.